Barbara Streisand.
All right, good morning, everybody, on a what seems to be a first fall day. Crisp is in the air. Many of the kids are going back to school either yesterday or today. And you know what? Hope everybody stays safe and everybody has a good time back in school this week. And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys the gift of time, and I'm going to go through team meeting pretty quick today to give you guys the nuts and bolts of what you need to know. But I know everybody's got a ton of stuff on their plate, so we're going to get right to the point and keep it locked and loaded, right? And I'm coming in a little bit hot today because the dang Bucks lost last night, but we won't get into that right now. All right, here we go. So quick couple office updates for you. Here's what's going on. This week, Friday, September 4th, we are giving our entire leadership teams the day off. So we are going to close the offices Friday, September 4th. You agents and your clients still have access. If you have closings coming up that Friday or you have client meetings, you can access the offices via your fobs. But here's what I know. Across all of our leadership teams, almost nobody has taken vacation yet this year, and I need to give these guys some time off, and so I want to give them a 4-day weekend. They've done everything possible to serve your business at the highest level, making sure that you guys are getting paid on time, and so I want to give them time back with their families during Labor Day weekend. So we're going to close the offices September 4th, but don't fret. If you have a closing or you have a client meeting, you can still access it, no problem. Any questions with that, please reach out to Diana or Mandy or I, and we'd be happy to help you out. Cool. Next thing coming up is the next 2 weeks after this week, we will not have team meetings for the next 2 Tuesdays. Here's why. Next week after Labor Day on a short week, we always take that Tuesday off, and then the following week we are rolling right into Mega Camp, and I'll be talking a little bit more about Mega Camp here in a little bit. And then we will be back in action on Tuesdays, on Tuesday, September 22nd. Sound good? Cool. All right, here we go. Lindsay and Brad, you're up for Tech Tuesdays.
All right, good morning, everybody. So today we're talking about social media posts in Command. So that's going to be going into designs first. And if you haven't taken advantage of designs in Command, there are over 900 social media post templates and over 300 print templates in designs. So if you haven't checked that out, do so today or join me at 12 o'clock to go through designs. And then we'll be jumping into campaigns to actually go through how you can either schedule out those social media posts on Facebook or you can publish them immediately. So that screenshot below that you see on the screen, that's your own little mini Hootsuite if you've ever used Hootsuite before. So you can actually manage your social media posts through Facebook in Command. So what you can do is you can create those design templates for social media, and then you can pull them into campaigns and schedule out those posts all in this platform. And so one of the really cool features of this is that the KWLS is connected in designs so that you don't have to manually download and upload your listing photos for these templates. It's automatically in there. You search for your property and you pull in those listing photos and those details so that you can easily customize the design template and then post it to your Facebook account. So Brad has done this before, and I've got a few examples that he's created. I just want to mention the top left corner. This is all of the different template options that that you're gonna see in designs. And then the 3 other examples are just a few that Brad has created. So Brad, if you're on, if you want to just talk a little bit about what you've designed.
Great. Good morning, everybody. Yes, within Command Designs are, as Lindsay was saying, many templates, and you can customize them and end up with millions of designs you can work with. You can pull photos straight from KWLS, from active listings along with information. And then we were talking about you can upload this and post this into your Facebook for free. And this touches your sphere, lets your sphere know that within what's going on with your business, and hopefully get them out of their shell and get them ready to sell or buy. But command your friend. It is going to help you get your information, your knowledge, your wisdom, your excitement out into Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to be working on that today.
Yep, so a lot of different templates for promoting your KW app. If you have a new listing, if you just sold a property, price reductions, open houses. So many different templates if you just want to brand yourself and create some really cool, cool designs. There's also quick posts in there. So these are already pre-formatted posts that KW has made for you. They already have copy included in there, but you are able to edit that copy if you want to tweak it a little bit. So a lot of different options for you to start utilizing just to make it a little bit easier on yourself if you're not sure what to post on your social media accounts. So this is all in Command. So join us today at 12 o'clock. We're going to be going through this whole thing.
Awesome. Thanks, Lindsay and Brad. Guys, how do you scale a big business? Question number one of the day, systems and models. You want to create a systems and models around your social media so you don't have to manage it and you have simple, easy to use templates. Figure out what's going on with designs in Command. It's so simple. And I see so many people wasting so much time trying to recreate the wheel on this stuff. Scale your business with systems and models, leveraging designs within Command. Yeah, I'm fired up today. The Bucks have me all sorts of hot and bothered. All right, here we go. Kimmy, you're up. Compliance updates.
Good morning, everyone. I just have a few reminders. Today is September 1st, which means it is our mandatory use date for our two new updated forms, the WB11 residential offer to purchase and the condo offer to purchase. So from here on forward, if you're writing an offer on a condo or a single family home or whatever, must use the new updated form. So they're in zip form, they're in DocuSign, wherever you're pulling the forms from, they are available for you. So make sure you're using those. And then just a reminder, but I think last week, the GMAR sent out an email just letting you know that your statement will arrive in the mail soon. So be on the lookout for that. The dues must be paid by December 31st. But you can see below on the bottom here, there are some additional fees if you are paying towards the end of that deadline. If you pay before October 31st, you get to reduce your fees by $25. So be sure to look out for that. I'll continue to remind you as these come in. So this year is one of those, we're on the even year. So every year we renew our GMAR dues, and then every even year we do the continuing ed and renew our license. So there's a lot of components this year that we have to remember. So just again, reminder of the continuing ed requirements, those 6 required courses. I recommend you utilize the WRA to watch the training videos and take the test. If you go to the WRA website under the education tab, there's a link for continuing ed. Easiest way to do it, in my opinion. Make sure this is all done by December 14th. Once you have your continuing ed done, email me, please, or if you're with Lake Country, email Steph so we know that you've got that completed. And then again, be on the lookout from the DSPS with regards to renewing your license.
All right, Kimmy. So who has to do continuing ed this year?
Everybody.
Oh, and who has to renew their license with GMAR before December 1st?
Everybody.
All right, so add it to your to-do list, guys. This fall, I saw somebody ask on the Facebook post this week, not to call anybody out, is continuing ed due this year? You got to get it done. Everybody's got to get it done this fall, including your GMAR renewals. If you have questions, Kimmy and Steph are phenomenal resources to help you find what you need to get done for continuing ed. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to jump right into market insights and updates. And these are hot off the press because today is September 1st, and I just got August numbers as of 6 a.m. this morning. So here is, you are getting a first look at what happened in August 2020 versus August of 2019. Just a 30-day window, and I also pulled some pricing information for you as well. So let's jump into it. Market dynamics. So what is going on with for sale inventory, right? When you look at it, total inventory this year versus last year in the month of August, we were still down we were down 19% this year versus last year. It was a reduction of around 2,000 units. What you'll see here, as the story tells us, is this is simply a function of the market not catching up for what was lost in the spring. So new inventory units coming to the marketplace actually remains pretty strong. It's just a function of we're not catching up to where we needed to make up for what was lost in March, April, May, right? So total inventory across the marketplace was down 19% in the month of August. When we look at new inventory units, as I just kind of discussed, right? When you look at it here, I'm going to give you some trend lines as it relates to month by month, as going back to last spring, right? Where you can see January, February, March really was kind of ramping up. And then obviously things kind of fell off a cliff in April and May, and then really ramped back up in June, July, and August. So the month of April was down 35% on total new inventory that came to the marketplace. May was down 19%. June was down 10%. And if you're seeing a trend here, you're catching on, right? Seeing considerably improved trends. July down 8%. August essentially was flat. It was only off by I think 71 total units. Well, 20 units exactly, 3271 to 3251. So new inventory units were flat this year versus last year. Again, as I look at these numbers, that's a great trend line of improvement, yet we really need to see a +10, +15, +20% to make up for the lost inventory from the springtime. When we look at it from an expired unit standpoint, the reason I look at expireds is this kind of tells us if the inventory is kind of moving through the marketplace, right? And expireds in August this year versus August of last year were down 24%. That's really, really good. 185 fewer homes expired in the month of August this year versus last year. Again, a great indication in terms of the demand within the marketplace and listing agents' ability to list homes and effectively get them under contract into the closing table. So really, again, I look at expired units as a great way, as an indication of demand. When we look at here, as it relates to closed units, interestingly enough, in August, closed units were 2,465 this year versus 2,600 last year. It was down 7.8%, or down 209 units across the marketplace, which I was a little bit surprised by, just simply from the fact that I know a lot of people across KW had one of their best Augusts ever. And so it was interesting to me that the market was down 7% in the month of August. But if you look here at units under contract, so units under contract are our leading metric of where I see the fall kind of going. Homes that went under contract in August, there were just around 3,100 units that went under contract. It was a 32% increase of the homes that went under contract in August of this year versus last year. And get this, there were 32% more units that went under contract with 19% less inventory. What does that story tell us? Demand is still off the charts incredibly high. And it's really, if we talk about some of the things that we've talked about over the last several weeks, it's a function of the millennials. The average age of a millennial right now is 30. 40% of home buyers so far in 2020 are first-time home buyers, and the millennials are the largest generation to enter the housing market with very cheap money. It's really what's driving the demand right now. So as we look at the leading metrics of what's going to be happening from an income standpoint, right, if I was an agent to say, okay, what does this look like? Fall, I am predicting, this is my own personal opinion, this fall will be the most robust fall we may have seen in the last 10 plus years. It's just simply a function of people, I believe, are trying to catch up of the activities in the spring. And there still remains an incredible demand within the marketplace for the housing inventory that's out there right now. So when you look at that, and we know that inventory is down 19% in the month of August, and that we know that units under contract were up 32%, right? It's a simple Econ 101, supply versus demand. What has that done to average price points? So I looked at median and average. So let's take a look at average first. And this is homes that sold in just the month of August. The average price point was up 17% this year versus last year. And when I look at the median was up 13%. The reason I look at these two indicators is the average is just the total marketplace, and the median accounts for the extreme highs and the extreme lows to give us a better indication of where pricing is. Seeing median price points in the month of August on closed units up 13% is really, really strong. Again, it goes back to demand remains really strong in southeastern Wisconsin for single family residential homes. When we look at it from a price per square foot trend, so what are we seeing across 3 different metrics? And for your sake, I took a look at the for sale inventory, the inventory that's on the marketplace for a price per square foot. I looked at the units that went under contract, and I looked at the units that sold price per square foot. So if we take a look at the lagging metrics, so those that sold in August, the price per square foot in the month of August was up 9.1% this year versus last year. Again, it's all indications relate to demand, right? And low inventory. When you look at the for sale inventory, interestingly enough, it seems to be that the strategy within the marketplace is to be a little bit more conservative as it relates to pricing going to the marketplace in order to get homes under contract. So this is telling me that agents are going to the marketplace a little bit more conservative than they may have otherwise done. And because of multiple offer situations or strong competition, it's driving prices up. And then when you look at homes that are going under contract, same thing. So you kind of look at it as like I probably have this out of order, but you look at for sale of the inventory up 3.6%, homes that are going under contract up 4.9%, and those that are sold up 9.1%. I foresee that prices will continue to remain and appreciate heading into the fall season. And I can tell you historically going into the fall season, right around Labor Day is when we start to see the market historically soften, and you start to see prices begin to level out after a really strong spring and summer. But again, we are not in a normal fall market, and I would predict that prices will continue to appreciate at a very strong level into the fall, and that the activities in the marketplace will remain and continue to be very, very strong heading into the fall. And I have a bold prediction here coming up. So what does all this mean? You go to the grocery store and everybody says, oh my gosh, the market's crazy. I mean, if anybody reads a newspaper or pays any attention on social media, everybody knows the residential real estate market is it's booming right now, right? And so how do you become the economist of choice, and how do you have the elevator pitch ready for the 10-second pitch when someone says, I know the real estate market's booming, why is it, and what does it look like? Here you go. Inventory remains suppressed, down 19% this year versus last year in just the month of August. That's a considerable amount. I mean, that's 2,000 units less this year versus last year, right? New inventory units coming to the marketplace is flat versus last year. It was down only 20 units. So again, we just aren't having enough inventory coming to the marketplace to offset what was lost this spring. And when you consider the demand as it relates to new people entering the market for single family residential homes, and millennials being the largest generation, and 40% of the homes this year have sold to first time home buyers, demand continues to remain strong, and it will continue to remain strong, especially with money being so cheap and mortgage rates being so low. As we kind of talked about, not enough inventory is coming to the marketplace to offset the losses from the spring. So homes that are deciding to list are definitely selling, right? Expired listings were down 24%. Homes that are under contract are up 32% in the fall season. Here's my bold prediction of the day. The fall selling season will be unlike any fall you have ever seen. This fall will be unlike any fall you will ever seen. And my question to you is, are you prepared to take advantage of it as we head into the fourth quarter? You should be prepared to take advantage of it for the fourth quarter. I don't even know where to go from there. But because of the market pressures with strong demand and low inventory, prices will continue to rise across all metrics, right? Median price point, average price point, price per square foot, all seeing extremely, extremely strong pricing and market dimensions. So I will have you this, right? today is September 1st. And if today is September 1st, does anybody know, and throw this in the chat section, what does this mean as it relates to how you should be planning for your business? Bueller, September 1st. September 1st means you should be planning for the fourth quarter today, right? If you're planning for the fourth quarter beginning October or November, you've already lost the battle. You should be thinking that you are heading into the fourth quarter market today, and the activities that you do today will show up as your income in November and December to help you pay for all those holiday gifts and parties, right? So you should be planning for the fourth quarter today. As it relates to your business, and those that don't stop to strategically think about your fourth quarter today, you will either always feel like you're on a hamster wheel, or you will always feel like you're never getting ahead, and you have to actually take a moment of reflection in order to plan for your fourth quarter. So just think about it as it relates to your business as we head into the fourth quarter. Cool. Brian, Pat, shout out to you. You have been bugging me about this because I know you've seen a couple of this, and he asked me for some statistics as it relates to some of the discount brokers in town. So I pulled some information for you guys to utilize in your listing presentations if you're up against some flat fee brokers. And I pulled some stats for you. So the first one I want to show you is where everybody's business is trending so far year to date. Right? Across southeastern Wisconsin, all Keller Williams associates are up 26%. Lake Country Flat Fee, the largest discount broker, is up 3.5%. Redefined is down 23%, interestingly enough. And Excel up in the Germantown Grafton area is up 26% as it relates to flat fee brokers. And what I did here is the green bars is total listing in terms of dollars in the millions so far year to date in 2020, right? Here's your nuggets of comparison. Keller Williams agents have sold 242% more listing volume than the top 3 discount brokers combined, right? So I combine Lake Country Flat Fee, Redefined, and Excel. I can tell you this, there are agents and teams in our offices who sell more listings a year than these 3 individually. Just to give you perspective, to help some agents get out of their own head in terms of how big these brokers are. They're not that big. 2 is on average, KW agents are 9% more likely to sell your home within 12 months. So there's an indicator in here, the C to L ratio. This ratio helps identify essentially listings that the brokerage takes in and then sells within a 12-month period. You can see down here, this ratio, 55%, 57%, 63% as it relates to these brokers, is an indication of how likely they are to sell their listing inventory. KW agents are 9% more likely to sell a listing in 12 months than the discount broker comparison here. And then lastly, on average, KW agents sell homes that are worth 12% more than the average of the top 3 discount brokers. So again, just trying to provide some people some ammunition, as I know in a very hot listing market, some people are starting to see more and more of the discount brokers start to come into some of the conversations. And my challenge to you is, how are you articulating your value proposition to rightfully get what you deserve, right? And when you lose a listing to a discount broker, what does that mean? In my essence is we have to help you articulate your value proposition at a higher level, because in the absence of value, people choose price. So when price is the determining factor, they didn't see value to be the differentiating factor. And then here are some of the FSBO insights that I've provided before, and these are annual statistics that we pull from the National Association of Realtors economic study and survey. Cool. All right, jumping in here, Mega Camp is coming up, and I know we've talked about it. It's coming up September 15th to the 17th, but here's what I also know. The big agents are getting bigger. The market share agents are taking market share. KW in Milwaukee continues to take market share. And while we provide you guys a ton of opportunities to learn from some of the top people within the marketplace, there has never been a better time to learn from the top people across Chicago, Houston, New York, Florida, California, wherever it may be, and Mega Camp is the place to be. Historically, we had always gathered in Austin, Texas, and this year we can't do that. So I've had a few people come up and ask me, what does the platform look like for MegaCamp this year? And what I would tell you is this. It's a mix between your basic MegaCamp format, where there's interviews with Gary interviewing the top people across the country to learn how they've effectively shifted their business strategy. And what they did is they pre-recorded those and they edited them down so that you guys get the meat and potatoes of the conversation, right? You didn't get the fluff and stuff of, you know, the interaction of Gary and the agent beforehand. It is the meat and potatoes of what these guys are doing to drive their businesses, to take market share in the marketplace. And diversity of thought right now is super important to help us move the entire Milwaukee or southeastern Wisconsin residential real estate market forward. So as it relates to the platform, I just wanted to show you guys this quick video as it relates to MegaCamp. And I would tell you this: if you're on your phones or you're taking a phone call or you're looking at your email right now, I would ask you to plug in, because this will show you exactly how MegaCamp will be an event unlike any other for you and your business.
Hello, Keller Williams. It's Marlise, your KWRI HQ correspondent, here to walk you through the MegaCamp digital experience. Instead of traveling to Austin this year, you can attend MegaCamp from literally anywhere. There's no lines for coffee, and pants are optional. It's all possible through our amazing new platform. We keep saying it's not just a Zoom call, and I'm going to show you why. You already know some of the basics of how a digital conference will work: getting familiar with the dashboard, setting up your profile, reviewing and creating your own agenda. But I'm personally the most excited about is going to be the networking opportunities. We know how important that is for any event, and it's still possible even when we're apart. Fill out this quick questionnaire to be instantly connected with like-minded individuals to add to your network. And you can always start again and switch up your answers to reach even more folks. You'll also be able to search for people by name to connect that way and interact with profiles you see in other areas of the conference, like the social feeds and breakout sessions. Like always, you'll be able to choose what sessions to attend and when, but you can go from observer to participant by mind sharing in the live chat, up and downvoting questions and comments for the presenters, and keeping an eye out for any surprise guests popping in. And of course, if you miss anything live, you'll have access to the entire session video library during and after MegaCamp, so your training goes beyond this week. There's so much more that's going to set MegaCamp apart from any other real estate conference this year. Tech demos, live coaching with your team every morning, getting competitive with games and prizes. But it's best if you see it all for yourself. And you won't even have to get off the couch. So join in on the fun September 14th through 17th and register for MegaCamp today.
So here's the deal, right? With MegaCamp, I'm gonna pop this back up. The thing with MegaCamp this year is it's $119 today, right?
Hello, Keller.
And it's $119 right now. You have access to all the breakouts, you have access to all the videos, and you can go back and watch them at a later date if you don't have time or you miss a session during the week of the 15th to the 17th. And it's going to be a very interactive platform. And I think the coolest part about it is, let's say you're on a panel and you ask a question and other people have the same question. They'll have moderators and facilitators in the background to push up questions that are the most relevant to the market of the moment. It's a great opportunity for you to connect with other people with similar price or similar production levels and things like that. So to give you a sneak peek, for $119, I would say it's probably the best value to invest in your business, right? So day one, Gary's vision speech, me personally, I can tell you this, his vision speech alone is worth $119 that MegaCamp is this year. They'll have top agent interviews on day one and special guest speakers. Day two, Josh Team will come into keynote or all around the technology and how he sees the business moving forward. And there will be 4 rounds of breakout on day two that you can choose from. Again, incredible breakouts to choose from. And then day 3 is turning ahas into action items and helping you put together a plan for not only the fourth quarter, but all of 20 and 21. So again, highly recommend it. And for those of you who have asked, yes, there are need-based scholarships available, right? So if you're one of the agents who's new to the business, or you're an agent who has gone through some major financial hardship as it relates to anything that's happened in 2020, we want to help you get the content that's so valuable in the production in your business. So shoot Diana or myself a note explaining your rationale for wanting to attend Mega Camp, and share with us what you'd like. We want to help people get into need-based scholarships to attend Mega Camp this year. And the application for need-based scholarships, local scholarships, is Friday, September 11th. So shoot a note to Diana or myself to make sure that we'll get you in. And then for those of you who register for Mega Camp this year, as a reminder, we will be hosting, for those who would like to attend, an in-person Mega Camp mastermind of, again, putting your ahas into action at Maureen's home in an awesome setting. It will be catered, we'll have drinks, and we'll have a good time collaborating on putting our action items into place for our business. Cool. All right, Mandy, it's turning it over to you to bring us home with September training calendar.
All right, September training calendar. Good morning, everyone. So today, Amanda wanted me to do a little plug for launch. Successful people aren't disciplined, she said. It's something much easier. So join launch today to find out what that is to help you rock the fall. Some new updates to the training calendar. We have a ton of people who are new to the to Keller Williams. So the training calendar can be very overwhelming. There's a little rocket ship next to everything that you should really focus on making a priority if you're a newly licensed agent. So that's going to help you just know what to prioritize. Little reminder again about the office being closed on Friday and Monday. We have Maureen and friends on the 11th. New agent mastermind. We took a month off last month, but we're back on the 25th. This one's going to be led by Chris McKinney and the whole JSG admin team. So be sure to mark your calendar for the 25th. But you'll really notice that it's all about Mega Camp. So we're going to really focus on Mega Camp, sign up for that, and then sprinkled in a bunch of our normal things. I did want to point out too, Tech Labs. For those of you who don't know about Tech Labs, it's really just some open office hours with Lindsay. So if whatever we're covering on Tech Tuesday isn't something you need help with, don't miss Wednesday. She'll cover anything that you're having issues with. If it's websites, mobile app, whatever it might be, it's a great opportunity to get some time with her to ask any questions that you have around tech. So everything's embedded with the hyperlinks. If it's underlined, go ahead and click it and it'll open up right in Zoom.
Cool. Thanks, Mandy. Guys, here's what I would tell you. It is 9:35. I promised you the gift of time this morning to get back in your day, as I know everybody has been busy. Kids are back in school, and a lot of things are going on in your life. I would tell you this too. If you didn't have an opportunity to listen to last week's team meeting with Carrie Oberbrunner all around your mental state and how you did, I encourage you to go take a look back on it on the YouTube channel. It was so apropos to everything that we have going on. And I would challenge you with this. Today is September 1st. You should be planning for your fourth quarter today. Plan for your fourth quarter today so that you ensure that you have income flowing in during the Christmas or during the holiday season, right? And that you can set yourself up for a phenomenal first quarter for 2021. And it all starts with Mega Camp. I'm a firm believer it's probably the best return on your investment that you can make right now. So guys, here is the gift of time. It is 9:40. God bless everybody. Go Bucks. And Lake Country crew, jump off to the Lake Country meetup. And for anybody who wants to do new listing and buyer needs in the North Shore, I will be hanging out. Guys, have a great week. Enjoy your Labor Days. Be safe.